What's going on YouTube? Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at Unique Toys Investigator Sworder. That's S-W-O-R-D-E-R. The word sworder is a noun meaning a swordsman or an assassin. Doesn't fit Sandstorm at all, unless you consider, being an attack vehicle an assassin. I don't know. Maybe you do. Anyway, wanted to show you the box. Box is okay. Let's get it out of here. Let's look at the figure. Okay, so size-wise, the figure's pretty tall. MP10 Prime scale for you. Comes up to almost MP10 Prime size. Bottle of beer. There you go. It's about the size of a bottle of beer. Trust me, after transforming this thing, you're going to need a beer. Overall robot mode is a very good homage to the original G1 figure. I actually do like the robot mode quite a bit. Only issue I really have in the mode is this section right here. Doesn't really peg in anywhere. You could just leave it up against the back, or you can have it how I had it. It doesn't really do anything. It just kind of flops about a bit, especially if you haven't mistransformed, which I probably do. And the swords that form the helicopter blades in his, one helicopter mode do have a tendency to fall off quite a bit. But he can hold the swords with no problem whatsoever. As you can see, swords are held with no problems, though not very tightly. They do have a tendency to wiggle about in his hands. I haven't really figured out a way for him to hold all four swords at the same time. If you know of a way, let me know. I definitely would like to. Robot mode is pretty good, very thin, actually a little bit heavy for the size. Plastic did feel a little weird initially, but after it was sitting out in, the air for a little while, it was fine. It did smell a bit when I first opened the box, but again, it aired out pretty well. Face is not really all that good. It's very blocky, very boxy, very boring. Oh well. The overall aesthetic in robot mode is kind of dull, in all honesty, which belays the horror that is the transformation. So yeah, let's avoid that as long as possible. I want to talk about posability? Posability-wise, the head is actually on a swivel or a hinge and can move side to side. Arms are on ratchets that don't feel that strong. Swivels above that, 90-degree ratchets in the elbows, and then the arms, or the lower arms, do swivel. Hands do swivel as well. Fingers are mobile. You can move the bottom three fingers. The index finger is on its own hinge. No torso articulation. Really, he's got this pseudo crotch articulation. Hinge and swivel in the hips, swivel at the thigh, 90-degree bend at the knee, plenty of articulation in and out on the ankle, no forward and back articulation. Hip is a little bit loose. Not terribly, but a little bit loose. So okay, time to get into the transformation. And this isn't fun. And here we have the helicopter mode. Now, I don't know how long that was for you guys because I haven't edited it yet, and I really didn't feel like talking during this transformation. And I realized I skipped a little bit. The step where we collapse the legs into the front of the helicopter mode did require me to relook at the directions, which are not very good and blurry. Yeah, they are blurry. So the helicopter mode we end up with is a perfectly good helicopter mode. It's a little bit oddly proportioned, but it works. It's fine. It holds together okay. The blades do spin, sort of. Not well, but they do spin. It does have landing gears that fold out, which I appreciate. And it's okay. But this is the better of the two modes. Now the transformation into the next form, which is the car mode, is even less enjoyable than the robot to the helicopter mode. And I've got the directions right here because I keep needing to look at them. So I realize that the way I'm doing this is much different than the way I've normally done my reviews, where I've talked you through the transformation. Honestly, I just don't want to. This is such a pain in the butt for a transformation. It's not fun to talk or even try to talk. I need all my concentration to do it. So, yeah. So, yeah, helicopter mode. Perfectly fine. On to car mode. And finally we come to the vehicle mode, or the landing mode, or whatever the hell this mode is supposed to be. It actually kind of reminds me of an amphibious truck, like a duck boat, if you've ever been to Boston or Baltimore. So I think that's what it's supposed to be. Took me 45 minutes to get it into this mode. Yep, 45 minutes. My life wasted to get it into what looks like a reject from a Mad Max film. So, yeah. You're supposed to be able to store the blades in both modes, or in this mode, underneath. Don't bother. Honestly, I don't think this mode is all that bad. Just getting it into this form is a pain in the butt. And, oh, hey. Whee! Whee! Alright, I've lost it. Guys, don't buy this figure. It's not fun. It's not particularly good looking. It's a royal pain to transform into any of the modes. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Don't buy it. I hope you enjoyed this video review, because I sure haven't. I'm Baltmatrix. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you later. Yeah. Oh, and one last thing. Don't forget to finish your beer.